All right. All right. So before we get into the writing part of this, a YouTube viewer made a comment to me and said, "I watch your videos since they can't watch them at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Usually, what they'll do is when they get home at night, they will watch the videos and see how I did and what I'm writing and conversations in the chat and all that. But they said a lot of times, what I don't realize is might be 10 or 15 minutes before somebody comes in the chat. So literally I'm posting up and then I'm just sitting here quietly writing for like 10, 15 minutes. No introductions, no hellos, nothing. So you know what? You're right. My first reaction was, you want to fight? No. My first reaction was, is that, you know what? You're right. You are 100% right. So, Armand Rosamilia, full time author. I've been doing this full time for 14 years now. Able to make a living off of my writing. Currently, I have 6 different book projects up that I can work on today. And that's the goal. The goal is going to be to work on a page of at least 3 of these, maybe more, who knows. So I'll get into all the other chatting and all the other stuff later, but I just want, once people are actually in the chat room and we're actually just having some random conversations. And that's pretty much what this is. This is me wasting an hour or so every day or every other day, getting some words in, hanging out with some people, and just trying to get into a better mood. I also want to remind everybody right up top here to subscribe or resubscribe to my Twitch channel and also to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And do me a favor, watch a couple of videos. Watch the full video. Don't watch the first 8 seconds of it. That does not help me. You've got a lot of 15 minute videos. Watch those. Watch, I don't know, 3,100 hours worth of them. That would really help me. Otherwise, I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to start writing a little bit until I see somebody that pops in, and then we can go from there. So I appreciate everybody hanging out with me in the future. How's that? That was an introduction. I'm also drinking coffee because, coffee. Not mushroom coffee today. I don't think my stomach could handle that. We'll see. I'm actually about to finish a page here. Ooh, that was not good. Okay. Okay. All right. If anybody's on, I'm going to the next page already. Next page, Mr. Frank, and you got it right this time. Amazing. 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 Not be amazing. A. There was something I had to ask you, Frank. There was something I saw. I was like, oh, I gotta ask Frank if he knows about that. But the other one was a question. They will come to me. Well, I guess the comment was about something in New Jersey. So I finished the page on that one. So let me go to this one. Was it? Do I know about Slaughter Holloway's hot sauce coming out? No, no, that was not. That was not it. I thought they already had a hot sauce series. Maybe is that a new one? I figured you meant Slayer. I figured Slaughter, that band, that '90s alternative band Slaughter from Seattle. I figured you weren't talking about them. That was the band with those three chicks in it, and then that one dude with the long hair that was the drummer. I remember Slower. Yeah, but they have a new one coming. Ah, that makes sense. No, I cannot remember now. And here's the problem. I saw it before I had my coffee. Taking the new pills now, the Rebelsis. Once I take the pills, I have to wait 30 minutes before I can eat or drink anything, which means coffee. So Slayer opened for Nelson. Yeah, that must have been a concert. Nelson, they're doing a residency in Vegas. Don't take all, but no, these are new pills. These are new ones. But it is upsetting my stomach as well. I'm eating better. I'm just not eating like I should be eating. Today I had a frozen. I cooked it. A deep dish pizza. My wife's like, "Oh, they have this deep dish pizza. Do you want to try it?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "All right." They have like four different. I'm like, "Just give me one. Just give me. I don't buy two of these because they might be awful. They were not really all that great." Deep dish pizza is like the pizza should be like that, right? So the crust was like that, but then the pizza was just like a regular pizza on the inside. I'm like, that's not deep dish. You got to have some heft to it. You know what I'm saying? Like a Sicilian. You can't just build the crust up on the sides and then try to fake people out. Oh yeah, is the Residency of the Casino where Clark Griswold played? Guess what number I'm thinking of? I believe so. Yeah. Apparently, I heard. I think I heard on Hair Nation. Dangerous Darren said not too long ago that they were doing a residency in Vegas, playing all of their dad's old, all the Ricky Nelson songs, and then a whole show in production, and the two of them were playing all his songs, and then for the encore they came out and played just two or three of their many many huge hits. I believe three. I believe I know three Nelson songs. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love all of them. I love all of them. Fun fact: Dangerous Darren is actually one of the safest DJs at XM. Right? Isn't that crazy? You think that guy would just be beating people up in the hallways, or not being in the hallways? Gotta put the air on a little bit. 64 degrees out. There's no wind. It's windless. It's one of those windless Wednesdays. Couldn't think of what today was. Dangerous Darren might be my favorite of them. Him and Tommy London. Tommy London plays some good music. I don't like him necessarily, but he really plays some of the better music. Keith Roth is just annoying. Every story starts with, when I did this, and I did that. I'm like, enough. All right, we get it. You get it. You're very, very important. Nothing can happen in the world of rock and roll without you being there to witness it. We get it. I know what I was going to ask you, Frank. I know what I was going to ask you. I was hoping that Chad Lutsky was going to be on. And if he does come on, because he's the professor I want to ask. I don't have XM anymore, but when I did, I can't say I was ever aware of who the DJ was. I only listen when I'm in the car, like twice a month. Maybe 3 times a month. Or if my wife is at and she'll put it on. Here's what I read. You ready for this, Frank? I want to know if you've read this, and I want to know what you think about it. People are saying that Youngblood is the heir apparent to Ozzy Osbourne. Let that sink in. And the dude from the band The Darkness, who I thought broke up like 15 years ago, he is pissed at this statement. He's like, "There's this kid, no, not even close. He uses voice samples, auto tune. He doesn't even sing live half the time. No, if this is music, then we're all in trouble." The only song I ever loved by The Darkness was Knockers. That might even be one of my favorite songs of all time. I just love that song. So that's the big thing. And then a couple of people were commenting, making videos, and more than one person, young people, said he is not the heir apparent. I'm like, no, that H should be silent. It's not hair. I heard Youngblood is doing a song with Motley or GNR or something. Yeah, I heard that too. I can't remember which one. You know what? Hey, listen, I don't blame him. Strike one, the iron's hot. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of people who are impressed with your singing there, and I'm not saying he's a bad singer. I'm just saying I don't see him. You know what? Now he's gonna what is he gonna become? Machine Gun Kelly? Try to jump into another genre here or something? Come on. So that was the thing I had to ask you that had to do with New Jersey, apparently. And I'm gonna be honest. I've heard like I don't know like 8 seconds of that Youngblood, him singing whatever song Sabbath song he sang, like literally 5 seconds of it, because somebody had it on a TikTok video or something. He's just coming out the gate too early to tell what his legacy will be, and it won't be up to old parts like me and you to decide that when and if the time comes. I like your political comment there. It does. It toes the line either way. I like it. You're not saying shut up, old man, but you're not saying, you know what, you know the face of music and you will always know that. So I like that. I like what you're doing. I also like that Nick Zinn is in. Anyone here think Youngblood is the new accused? That's what we're talking about, Nick. That's exactly what we're talking about. So I don't know. I think it is also. I think it's obviously too early for how many of these types of people and singers come up and a year from now you're like, hey, remember that guy? Wasn't he supposed to be the heir apparent to Ozzy? Whatever happened to that guy? And you spelled Youngblood wrong because he leaves out like 6 letters. Don't ask me what 6 though, Nick. I just know he doesn't spell it the right way. My wife went off to Atlanta, the Christmas party up there. That she was like, you don't want to go. I don't want you there. You're only gonna be annoyed and complain because these people are so ridiculous. I said, listen, all I want to hear is the stories. I want to hear the pompous wine tasting stories, and I think I'm going to be good. You know? Then we'll be fine. When Ozzy started, I'm sure everyone would have scoffed at the suggestion he's the new Elvis or whatever. You're thinking of Glenn Danzig. Yeah. I'm sure in the 60s when those guys, anybody was like, oh yeah, man, these guys are going to have this, over 50-year career. I hope she brings back Christmas peaches. Well, yeah. So she gives out to her tenants up there. She gives out cookies or cakes or something, and then there's always a couple that are not around, and so she takes them with her. And she drove, which was nice. So she'll have some. I'm sure I'll have some cakes and cookies tomorrow night when she gets home, which I'm looking forward to. Tom Duffy in the house. Speaking of Youngblood. What's Tom's take on this Youngblood? Everybody's saying Youngblood is the new heir apparent to Ozzy Osbourne. That's what the young people keep saying instead of heir apparent. They keep saying heir apparent. And I'm working on our chapter right now, Tom. I like this new book coming so far. Determined Science tore apart the new GNR songs. Did they? I mean, fine. I mean, BK was praising them. Brian Smith praising them. Excuse me, is Youngblood. See, that's kind of how you spell it, I think. Or as BK calls him, Dom. Exactly. Here's what I know. Here's my take on Guns N' Roses. You ready? When I was 17, for a brief period there, they might have been the greatest band in the world. I saw Skid Row opening for them at Nassau Coliseum. I watched everything I could. I listened to everything. I read every article. I loved them. They were fresh and exciting. And then they lasted a couple years, you know what I'm saying? And then they were all jerks. And then I was like, yeah, no, enough. I started watching a guitar BS science, I guess verse science, about how Kiss ruined their career by releasing Let's Put the X in Sex. I turned it off halfway through, so you don't really know how they ruined it. Wasn't that... I'm not going to say they stole that phrase, but like somebody said it or was writing it or I don't know. Something happened and then they suddenly had that song out for, was like the greatest hits or something. I was never a fan of that song. Even for them, I thought that was way too hokey. I did watch a reel of Paul and Gene talking about how they came up with the name Kiss. And basically, Paul said, "Hey, I got a great name for us. How about Kiss? Kiss of death, kiss of passion. It's an easy word. Let's use that." And then everybody else said, "Okay. All right." I saw that one too. Went too pop, and the backlash almost killed all the industry. Seriously, Kiss was too pop back then? What are you, nuts? Everything was being overstated as if the world collectively gasped the day they released the video on MTV. Yeah, right, yeah. Like every music fan in the world and non-music fans were appalled by that. Hey, what about Kiss? Knights and Satan's Service, yeah. God, I used to love that one. Knights and Satan's Service and Antichrist Devil Conquers for AC/DC. I'm sure there are a few more. I know on the back of I remember when I was in catechism in school, and the teacher brought up Nazareth, the band, not the place, and quite a few people were like, yeah, Nazareth, and she was like, yeah, you see what's on the back of their album? And she passed the album around. Of course, I'm like, hey, looks really cool. After Christ, death comes. We are sexual perverts. Oh yeah, that's another one. And on the back of I'll never forget this, on the back of the Nazareth album, I don't know which one it was, it said Dog Si Natas, which read backwards. If you put it to the mirror, it said Satan is God. I think that's all I got. Yeah, I don't know any other ones too. I forgot about the Wasp one. And we were immediately like, we all got to go buy Nazareth albums. Disneyland After Dark, you know. But that one was actually their name. And then they were going to get sued, so they just changed it to DAD. So I don't know if that one really counts. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. Nobody claimed Rush meant anything other than boring music. Yeah, pretty much. I know people are now talking about the new Rush coming back, and I'm like, who cares? You know who cares? People my age and older. 75-year-olds aren't probably going to see Rush on tour anymore. Come on. British Knights cares. BK for sure. Exactly. I saw that they dropped the first episode of Fallout this season. Yesterday, I did not watch it. Because I figured, you know what? My wife is gone tonight. Till some point tomorrow night. So, I'll go friggin' wild and watch it then. Miss Frank says he tried Fallout. It didn't excite him. Interesting. I thought it was a good season, but again, Walton Goggins. I'm just there for that guy, and then whatever else happens, happens. But they're doing a like every Wednesday, another one. So if I miss them, I miss them until I just play catch up. You know what I'm saying? Not the condiment catch up, catching up like watching them. So I'm up to over 1,200 subscribers on YouTube now, which is nice. But I'm at like 900 hours. Because, again, like I've said, last year, December and January, for some reason, a lot of people watched a lot of videos. And so every day I'm losing like 30 or 40 hours worth of videos. So it's like I'm gaining. My plus is like 2 or 3 hours a day, but at this rate, it'll take me 30 years. I don't know the math on that. It'll take me a long time to get there. So just need to keep putting out videos and hope people watch them. Congrats on getting over 1,000. Well, thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate that. Do your poor performing videos wreck the algorithm for the ones that are getting lots of views? No, because they all add up. Every minute watched, even on the poor ones, it all adds them up together. You never forget your first 1,000. Will Champ, yep, Will did say that. You never forget your first 10,000. I think Will probably also was able to say. So it doesn't screw it up. What screws it up is when people watch like 30 seconds of a video and then turn it off. So my per minute, like I might have an hour video, and then when I look at the thing, it says like 3 minutes and 16 seconds is the average. And I'm like, so for every person who watches the entire 60 minutes, not the show 60 minutes, it's 60 minutes of video, there's one person who watches like 8 seconds of it, and it counts. And that drops it to 30 minutes, and then so on and so forth. Sounds like all my TikToks, yeah. So the goal for me, I am taking the let me just keep putting out several videos a week kind of thing. But again, the writing ones on Sunday are doing well. I'll have an interview up tonight, about 5 p.m. or so. Who are these people? I've had 3 people so far that have knocked on my door. Oh, these 2 are making the rounds. Some chick wearing a spandex, though. She can come to the door. And they're waving at somebody. So they're selling something or whatever. They're going door to door. She's got a clipboard. He's got paperwork. I've had 2 people. Next page for no reason, Mr. Frank. Next page. Yeah, who is this? This is right. I had a guy knock on the door, jump out of his pickup truck, and he was looking at the roof, and I knew it was a roof guy, so I'm not going to answer. He rang the doorbell. He banged on the door. I'm just sitting here. I don't answer. Then he bangs on the door again. Then he rings the bell, and I'm like, dude, go away. There's 1 car in the driveway. I haven't taken my garbage can in yet. Whatever you're trying to sell, and I know what you're trying to do, because one of our shingles is a different color on the roof, so automatically. So now they were just at pool table. All right, so they're moving along good. They're on the other side of the street. I'm sure they'll be here in like an hour or so. I don't want anybody selling anything. All these roof people, but not one awning salesman. There was opportunity. Exactly. If that guy had shown up in the door a couple years ago, I would have been like, we need an awning. You know what we need in this house? An awning. Or you know what they said? You know, you need a screen door. Screen door on the front of the house. So you can open the door that way. But then if it's open, then people would know that somebody's home, and then they'll keep banging on the screen door. So maybe no screen door. My wife bought one of those Ring cameras, like maybe a year ago. It's in a box somewhere. We just never got around to putting it up. I'm not very good with electronic stuff, like electrical stuff, either. But she's like, we could put that up, and I'm like, why? I'm the Ring camera, sitting right here looking out the window. But it would be cool because then I could watch them. They would give me something else to do during the day instead of I could watch them from here, but then I could also watch I could go back and forth. This is my other question for you, Mr. Frank, and anybody else who wants to answer, if you know the answer. Either this coming Sunday or the following Sunday, I'm going to do my top 10 books of the year of 2025 that I've read. However, you could watch them while on the couch of the Ring camera. Exactly. I could be on the toilet, which is where I spend a lot of my day, just watching people walking up. Here's my thing. I want to do a top 10. Let's just say top 10 videos, books I've read. Except for maybe 1 or 2 of the books I literally have a physical copy of here. Most of the other ones are I read them through the library, or I read them as an ebook. So I want to do a video where I top 10 Geezer Butler books. Exactly, and that's going to be hard because he's written so many. But I want to be able to put them on the screen, like as I say the book names. But I have no idea what that entails and what I would need to do to make that. So I would just record the video on StreamYard, and then I would have to. My daughter don't know what she doesn't know how to do it, which is insane. She's like, oh, I don't know how to do that. I'm like, what are you talking about? You don't know how to do that? You've done videos like that. She's like, yeah, but that's like a TikTok thing. I can do it on TikTok. And I'm like, so I have no idea. I have no idea what to use or how to do it. So that's what I'm having a trouble. I don't just want to do 10 and like, hey, so I love this book that you can't see. Like I was thinking about what if I just recorded on here, and then in the corner, right here, where you currently see my book being written, what if that was, what if I just put the book covers there, they would be on my screen and I would just click to the next one and the next one and the next one. What about that? Or would that look just super cheesy? You need some kind of video editing software. Exactly, but I don't even know where to even begin. Granted, I've done no research on this. It might even be, I could, and like, oh yeah, no, StreamYard will do that for you. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like something I could mentally be able to do. StreamYard won't do it that I'm aware of. OBD or whatever it's called might do it, which is what I'm using now. But I just got to figure out how that would work. Do I have to put? Maybe I have to put a scene. I don't know. I was really hoping you'd just go, okay, here's the 4 ways to, here's the 4 parts. Part 1, do this, then do this, this, and this. Boom, you got a video. But I just think I need something more than just having the book in the corner thing. Makes more sense. And plus, it's a OBS. I'm down with OBD. Yeah, you know me. You do it kind of like in Photoshop, adding the picture as a layer and setting the duration. Easier said than done for somebody of your advanced age. I know, yeah, exactly. Or I do 5 books. I see what I have that I've read, literally that it's here, and then I just order them all from the library. And then I do the video that way. And I just hold the book up. Maybe that's the answer. Sons of bitches, that's the answer. I guess I gotta figure out what the books are. Yeah, and that's the problem. If that's going to be the problem, Nick. If one of those books is checked out for 3 months, exactly. Like maybe I have probably maybe 2 of them in the house. The other ones were going to be library books or ebooks. I don't know. I've been checked out far longer than that. Ain't that the truth? Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what to do. And that isn't the long-term solution anyway. It'd be nice to be able to make better videos. All right, I'm on the last page of next page of this. I'm going to wrap this up and then let Tom know that it's back to him. Next page, Nick Zinn. Next page. It's next page. Not back to Tom yet. I got a couple of lines to write. Couple 3 lines. And back to Tom with the weather. How does Tom know the weather? He's in the attic. Hmm. So that also page is done. Also, the bells had exploded. If I remember correctly, Winter's Bone the movie was pretty good. That's what everybody says. The problem is, I looked it up. I'm like, oh, it's a 2010 movie. You can buy or rent it. I'm like, fuck that. You should have that movie on Tubi at this point, 15 years later. I want to see it, but I ain't paying for it. Ms. Rames says, hey, remember that time Jonathan Quick disappeared for 5 years, then popped up on Facebook? One apologizing for the extended absence, swearing to be more present, then disappearing again the very next day. Yeah. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about him. Pissed me off. Next page, Nick Zinn. Next page. I just checked to see if he resurfaced and found he unfriended me. Probably unfriended me too, because we wrote a book together, and then I got a publisher, and then he friggin' disappeared. What did you do to him, Frank? Try to be his friend, I'm guessing. He's probably embarrassed because he was pumping out books like crazy, and all of a sudden he just disappeared. He disappeared like something my dad used to say all the time when we were kids. He used to call us jerk blossoms. That's right, he would call us jerk blossoms. Yeah, jerk blossom. I gotta write that shit down. I need to use that more in a sentence. As many sentences as possible. It looks as if he's been kind of active. Interesting. We'll have to check that out once I am off of the Twitch. Once I'm done sucking on the Twitch teat. I'm gonna send Tom a message though too, because that's the way you do it. That's the way. Forget it. Boom. I should look into his TikTok dancing. Well, that was a different JQ. All right, so then don't look at that guy. Apparently, it's a common name. I guess I don't know. I could probably finish this chapter too. Oh yeah, look how close I am. I'm friended with the right one also. So no Jonathan Quick. As at this point is friends with you. That is insane. Yep, I got to another page on this too. This is famous on my first parents, Brad and Wilma Quick, disowned me at 3 years old. You know what? That would work. That's why you have long, luxurious silver hair. With everything out. Next page, Nick's in. Next page. Gobbledygook. Nick's in. Gobbledygook. All right. So far, Tom, I'm enjoying this book. I like it. I like it. I was like, what can I write if the name of the book is White Trash? Oh, I know. By the way, you're not allowed to say white trash in the thing. I'm going to use up all my Mondo coin at this rate. I hope not. 3 stars. Will Amazon throttle you for that title? I don't know. At this point, let's be honest. Me and Tom ain't selling millions of books anyway. Ed Lee would know what to do with the acronym. Yeah, exactly. You can't say that, Nick. You're not allowed to say that. I just said. Yeah, you did. It's not a good thing to say. Apparently it does offend trash collectors. Apparently it does. I have no idea what I'm going to make for dinner now. No idea. I don't even know why I'm worrying about dinner at 2 o'clock. I feel like I'm going to throw up anyway. I used the air fryer last night. What did I have last night? Last night, so I had these honey barbecue boneless wings that my wife bought from like Walmart or something. You know, they're like a giant bag, like 97 pounds. And I ate some the other day, just fill up a basket of the air fryer, make them. And they were bland. They had no taste to them. Literally no taste. I could see the honey barbecue, but they were just not a lot on it. So last night I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pour some Ray's barbecue on these when they're done. Which I did, and they weren't bad, but all I really tasted was the barbecue sauce. So for the air fryer, I have cheese sticks. I have pierogies. I have sausages. I have shrimp. So I have many things I could put in the air fryer tonight. Bleached waste, no matter what you have. Unpigmented debris. Again, barbecue sauce is not it's not a condiment. It's barbecue sauce. It's right in the name. I also have ravioli. Yeah, that's what I said. Exactly. I'm agreeing with you. I also have broccoli. I have those microwave broccoli bags, you know. And then I have the 60-second pasta. So if I wanted to get like crazy, I could just saute up some shrimp and then microwave a bag of broccoli and microwave a bag of pasta, and I got a meal. Heinz is stupid. They don't even know what they're talking about. It's condiments, ketchup. Wait, how can I talk about the one-hit wonder band that did the song Apple Pie if I can't say their name? And that's why they only had one hit. I don't even know what you're even talking about. And I can't turn it on and play it, or then this whole thing will be taken down by YouTube. I figured what the name of the band was. I'm saying I don't know if I know that band or if I know the song, but I probably do. I mean, I probably do. Yes, Don McLean, exactly. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. She's got big. She's got big buttocks. She did the knock. She did the knock. I gotta be quiet. Everybody shh. She does got a big butt though. There it goes. Keep on walking. No, they can't. The good part is they can't normally see into the window. Too bad I can't yell about the next page. Yeah, squad cover. Everybody under the desk. Both cats hid under the couch. So that is my third or fourth person coming to the door today, and it's 2 o'clock. Leave me alone. I feel like after this, we'll catch up on Friday. I feel like I'm gonna put that song on and go, oh, I know this stupid song. I feel like it. Did she look like someone who would sing a song called Apple Pie? Yes. She was a very cute young African American woman with a very apple bottom to her. Wonder if she has a tattoo Democrat. She might. Then she wouldn't sing. She probably would not sing that song. Yeah. That tattoo. Yeah, she'll have a tattoo of Youngblood. That's probably what happened. And under the tattoo, it will say "hair apparent." Ugh. I knew they would eventually come back around, though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll go back and forth across the street, mix it up a little bit. But these people, no, they just went on one side and back around. Stupid Nick spelling his name. Yeah, well, Nick knows. He's a huge fan. He probably saw them at the county fair when he opened for 38 Special. Or Billy Idol. Or Stevie Nicks. Janet Jackson. Prince. Nick, did you ever watch that show I told you to watch with the places in Milwaukee? No, I'm sure you didn't. Son of a bitch. Shirtless Billy Squire. Stevie Nixon. Literally saw 30th Special at the county fair. Jay Giles Band opened for them. Jay Giles opened for them. The mighty Jay Giles. I did not, because I thought the imaginary girlfriend would like it better given she's a Milwaukee native. I'm the guy that keeps asking where everything is. Well, then the two of you need to sit down and just watch the damn thing. Well, let me know if you've been to either of those places. I need to know. I was dating a girl back in the day. 1989, 1990, somewhere around those years. And she went to Mighty. Alright? She went to Muhlenberg College in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And one night, a weekend I was there. And on Friday night we went to the fair. And it was huge. Like, fairgrounds, gigantic. And I was annoyed because that was Friday night. And Saturday night, Kiss was playing the main stage at the county fair. That's a true story. That's 1989, 1990 probably. And I was like, we got to come back tomorrow. And she's like, there's no way I'm going to go see that. And then I didn't want to go all the way back by myself. And none of the people that we were with, because they were all stupid college kids, they were into like college music, that apple pie song probably. Nobody wanted to go see Kiss. Like, son of a bitch. I saw Quiet Riot at Great Adventure. I saw Zebra there twice at Great Adventure. I did not see Bon Jovi. They played in like 85. Not after their flop of Let's Put the Axe on Sex. You know what? Maybe. That's probably why they were playing the fair. That fair was actually pretty big. They had like 15,000 people that would show up. I'm trying to think of what other bands I saw at the fair. Like, there was a lot of like I remember the year I went to the Biketoberfest down here, and at the what do you call it? What is it? The at the motorcycle place, they have like an outdoor stage, and I think I saw Joan Jett. Skid Row was playing, but I did not go. Oh, Lita Ford. I saw Lita Ford there. War broke out after they released that song, yep. That's how the Koreas went north and south, yep, because of that damn song. There are so many mics in Florida, they have a Mike-tober. Yes, the Mike-toberfest. There are so many bikes in Florida, they have a Bike-toberfest. It might have been the same year I went to see the ladies Jello wrestle. Or one of the few years I saw them Jello wrestle. Lita, I blame everyone else for my problems for it. Oh my God, yes. Her book is basically, my ex-husband was awful. Tony Iommi was awful. Everybody in the music business, awful. Joan Jett and the Runaways, awful. Everybody just beat her down and made her life so horrible and unbearable. Poor girl. So I'm well ahead on this book now, which is nice. I'm almost I'm going to start chapter 12 soon. Did you take your Schwinn out? I don't even know what that even means. Did Ozzy keep it? No, just Tony Iommi, who used to beat her up all the time when they were dating or engaged or whatever. Pretty much every guy who has ever dated Lita Ford has beaten her up. That's her take. And her ex-husband stole the kids from her and turned them against her. Even though everything I've read, it seemed like she was just a shitty person and ignored her kids until they were bargaining chips in a divorce. To be fair, it was Geezer Butler who wrote "Time Is" exactly. That kind of goes without saying. All right, I'm wrapping this up. Thanks for hanging out. I might be on tomorrow. Who can say? I'll definitely be here on Friday though. So everybody come back in on Friday and hang out with me. I want to remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe here on Twitch, and also to subscribe and watch a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I had a good time today. Yeah, let's get positive on Friday. Yeah, maybe.